Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night High School Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Tonight, we're coming to you live from Seal, Alabama, home of Russell County High School, as they are taking on the Phoenix of Percy Julian High School out of Montgomery. I'm Mike Peacock, joined by Rex Castillo here in Russell County tonight. And Rex, we should have a good one here between one of the former powerhouses from the state of Alabama, for many years in Montgomery, Percy Julian. They were formerly known as Robert E. Lee. As a matter of fact, they were called the University of Lee for a long time because they put so many guys in college football. But they are coming in here tonight at 1-2 on the year. Meanwhile, Russell County off to a great start, 3-0, and doing very well.
Absolutely. The Warriors may be one of those newer powers, because I know Percy Julian, formerly Lee High School, coming out of Montgomery. A team that had so much history behind it, but now Russell County, this generation of the Warriors, writing their own history. 3-0, looking for that 4-0 start. What a statement that would be. But Dylan Griggs and his staff, what a job they have done bringing the talent here to Seal, Alabama.
Absolutely.
Look at this beautiful field right here. This wasn't here a few years ago, but now Seal, Alabama is becoming a destination for great high school football talent. We'll see what happens next, because it would be great to get to 4-0, but if we know Coach Griggs, like we know him, he wants that. That's a nice milestone, but that's not the final goal.
Right.
Bigger goals are on the horizon for the Warriors. Very excited to be here for you. And it's homecoming, y'all, here in Alabama. It's been a great environment. Whole lot of good tailgating food from across the way. Of course, we're excited for more high school football here in Russell County.
Absolutely. And, you brought up some good points there, Rex. Facilities here at Russell County the last few years. Unbelievable what's exploded down here for athletic facilities. They have done a tremendous job. Their baseball, softball facility across the way over there. They're building this big, nice indoor facility right here behind the football stadium. But the real building job, you mentioned it, is Dylan Griggs and the job he's done with this program. And I talked about it on game day coming in tonight. He's doing a tremendous job of keeping kids here in Seal, and they're not transferring out like they used to.
And that's the biggest challenge, is retention at this point. Now Russell County has become this powerhouse, this modern-day powerhouse, where they're a contender now. They're not one of these teams that you could easily write a W on your schedule if you wanted to. This is a team that's ready and determined to make the next step, and they have so much talent, as you mentioned, talent that's staying here. You talk about a quarterback like Bryson Ricketts. This kid can fling it across the yard left and right. Now, they were off just a touch last game, in their last game against Wetumpka, but still, they won that game 31-18. It was a dominant performance by the quarterback. If they can make that click, if they can connect through short, medium, long passes, it is a dangerous offense to try and stop.
Well, these guys have put up a lot of points already this year. They started the year with a 42-13 win over Carroll of Ozark. They then came back and avenged a loss from last season against Eufaula with a hefty 35-14 win. And then last week you mentioned they defeated a good Wetumpka team 31-18. And, Bryson Riggins is the maestro of the offense. He's the conductor, but he's got a pretty good cast around him. He's got some running backs. He's got some receivers. They've got some great skill people. And they're doing a tremendous job, and I'm looking forward to seeing them for the first time this year.
The dual-headed monster of Chris Lucas and Eugene Robinson. I mean, when the air attack wasn't working, they leaned on that rushing attack, and it seemed like every time Lucas or Robinson touched the ball, Mike, it was 4 or 5 yards and physical running. So it wasn't pretty. And Chris Lucas, as we're looking up the numbers right now, this man is running for 129 yards, basically 130 yards per game.
Absolutely.
If you're going to try and tackle number 21, and he's just a sophomore, folks, it's going to be a long day at the office.
You're no doubt about it. The young sophomore doing a tremendous job this year. I mean, it's hard at any level to average 129, almost 130 yards a game, and he's doing it as a sophomore here at Russell County. But their defense has done a tremendous job.
Sure has.
Huge play at the end of the game last week. Probably one of the most exciting plays I've seen in a long time. I was sitting at home listening to you and Thrift do the game, and that hit, and then the interception, and then the winner of the race to the goal line. That was a tremendous play to finish that, and we were so glad to be here with Georgia Alabama Sports Live and be able to bring that to everybody. But also, those kids are going to have that memory from now on, and they can go back to that video as many times as they want to. They can tell their children, their grandchildren, and say, hey, I've got the receipts.
See, look, Papa was an athlete back in the day, but that is the beautiful thing about this platform, is being able to provide those memories. And I'm still wondering if our good friend Thrift Behringer, the captain of this crazy ship that we call Georgia Alabama Sports Live, if he still has his voice, because the electricity, you're right, it was 11 out of 10. It was 20 out of 10. He had enough power to power all of Russell County. But that's you bring up an excellent point here, is that while there is so much headlines about the offense, the defense, the offensive price of Riggins, that defense has come to play and do their job. They're physical, they're smart. And as the Warriors take the field here and see Alabama like to hear one man like Georgia.
About it. This is the place to be down here in this part of the county for sure on a Friday night. And they've got the light show going out there tonight. They've got, again, kudos to them on the facilities. I was down here years ago, several times covering games as a stringer for the Legend Inquirer back when the sports page was a big thing. This field didn't look anything like this. And now it's tremendous.
Got here. I didn't mean to cut you off, but Coach Griggs got here was very much, one of very old school grass fields that you had to maintain and pray for rain every once in a while.
Yeah.
Now it is a state-of-the-art facility.
We're going to get ready to go, I'm going to apologize to you. I was a bad play-by-play announcer. I did not watch the coin toss, so I don't know who won the toss. And
the beautiful thing is we're about to find out right here, folks.
Well, either we're going to find out who won it and deferred, or we're going to find out who won it and decided to receive.
And that's why you watch us
there you go.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It does look like the Russell County Warriors will be kicking off, so the Phoenix will take the ball first here, Mike.
Yes, they will, and deep for the Phoenix. Number 3, Orion Harvest, is one of the deep backs. And as soon as he turns, that's number 1. Rob Menora is the other deep back for Percy Julian. And kicking it off is Justin Hernandez for Russell County. And we're about to be underway here in Seal. A lot of action around this area tonight. A lot of action here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Another busy Friday night, folks, but here's Toe Meets Leather. We are underway.
And that ball's down in about the 10-yard line, and it's kind of bobbled, and he's going to go down. A nice job right there. That was number 26, Jose Page, that got the tackle. And Orion Harvest could not find the handle on the ball. Luckily, he got possession of it before he was hit, Rex.
We were talking about how physical this defense and the special teams is. Russell County may like to light up the scoreboard, but they also like delivering the pain on the defensive side of the ball that night.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Percy Julian at the 10-yard line. Their own 10-yard line. And running at quarterback for the Phoenix, Ernest Shuford. He is a sophomore. And in the backfield with him is Jermarion Jones. And the quick pass is complete just out over the 15-yard line. That was complete to Jeremiah Crawford. And they gain about 6 yards there. It will be 2nd down and 4. So a really quick hitter, Rex,
I think
on the
it's one
first
of those
play.
things where you want to establish a rhythm here, Mike, especially against a team that has been holding teams to 20 points or less in a lot of their matchups. So we'll see what Percy Julian has here. But again, Russell County will be ready to adjust at any moment.
Spread formation. Now we're going to adjust. They're going to adjust to an H-back, and they're going to run a quarterback sweep to the right side of the offense. And he's going to be met over there after a gain of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. That'll bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and about 2 yards. We'll call it the 18-yard line for Percy Julian. So here's an opportunity for Russell County, Rex, to make a little stand early and force a punt here.
This team, as we mentioned here, we talked about how physical this defense is. You saw, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different hats on the ball trying to stop the rush right there. And that's something you want to force an opponent to do, make them one-dimensional. Let's see what happens here on this 3rd and short.
3 receivers to the left, a single receiver up high, 1 back in the backfield. The snap, the give, and he's going to be hit in the backfield. A committee of Warriors, and there's a flag that comes in late. That's probably going to be a holding call on Percy Julian, but let's see. Let's make sure. It's going to be declined, I'm quite sure. Jaden Grant led that charge for Russell County as they met the runner in the backfield, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Face mask on the defense.
Nope.
15-yard
it's a face mask, and unfortunately, That's going to give Percy Julian a first down. So they made the great play, but somebody got a hand in there in all that bevy of maroon jerseys and got a hand on the face mask, and that'll put Percy Julian in business up at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Schufert takes the snap. He drops back. They're trying to set up a screen, and he has to just throw it away. Oh, and almost intercepted. Wow, I thought he threw that ball well out of bounds, but that was Jeremiah Chambers over there at his corner position. He almost made a diving interception, Rex.
Tremendous pressure. Saw 4 or 5 hats almost right in the quarterback's jersey, but it looks like we got to take a quick injury timeout here, Mike.
Yes, we do. Let's step away for just a moment with an injured player. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
For game day, work day, or any day, Glenn Smith in Opelika is loaded with GMC Sierra and Canyon trucks. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,750 off. Test drive the new mid-size GMC Canyons with a comfortable ride and strong towing, discounted up to $4,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until December. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
And we are back here in Seal. The injured player for Russell County, Cameron Murray, outside linebacker. Looks like he might have twisted an ankle and having a little trouble putting weight on it right now. Let's hope that he can get over here and shake that off and maybe get back in the game for the Warriors.
Listed as a senior, we hope he makes a quick recovery. Hope to see you soon, young man.
2nd and 10 for Percy Julian at their own 30-yard line. Opening drive of the game. Schufert hands. That is, I didn't see the number. I'm not sure if it was.
It's going to be a tough day if you're
Jamarian Jones or not. Yeah, absolutely.
Early on showing that they're not ready. They're not only going to be one tackle, but at least 3 or 4 guys you're going to have to deal with. So, again, Russell County trying to make Percy Julian be one-dimensional early on in this game.
That was a 3-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 from the 33-yard line.
Last time they brought the house here, Mike. Let's see if the Russell County Warriors dial the pressure one more time.
And once again on this 3rd and long, they are in a 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right, 1 back in the backfield. And Schufert will take the snap. He fakes the handoff, going to get it out in the flat. Almost, I'm telling you, he was Rex. Dallas Washington kind of was getting ready for the big hit right there. And if he had his eyes up, he might have got a pick 6.
Look, this is one thing about this Russell County defense already. They're already within proximity of either causing a whole lot of pain or causing a turnover. So this defense needs to lock in pretty early on. Percy Julian couldn't get past the 50-yard line, so a great stand early on for the Russell County Warriors. The only time Percy Julian got a big game was a face mask by the Warriors here. So
I was just going to say they showed some nice hospitality to the visitors on the first drive, but on the second drive they said, "Okay, we welcomed you here. Now you're on our house. You're in our house."
One.
Yeah,
Everyone gets a little freebie, and that's it.
So the punter for Percy Julian is Jeremiah Chaney. He takes the snap, bobbles it, almost blocked. It's a short kick, wobbly kick, and the calls of Peter ring out. I still haven't figured out who Peter is.
It's something you don't want to deal with at this point.
And,
great start out for the Russell County Warriors.
Absolutely.
Looks like pretty much plus territory.
Yeah, that kick took a Russell County bounce and crossed back over midfield. So Russell County will start in plus territory at the 49 of Percy Julian, and for the first time tonight, we get to see this offense, Rex.
And folks, if you're watching us right here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live with this Russell County offense, don't turn away. It's a no huddle, NASCAR speed kind of offense. So here we go.
No backs in the backfield. Spread formation, 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Riggins back, throws, delivers. That's complete. helmet comes off over there. They got to blow the whistle. The cornerback over there, I believe that is Amari Williams, lost his helmet on the first contact.
Number 13,
He does have a pretty long set of dreads over there, probably a good hairdo inside that helmet, and lost his helmet, but that's a first down. No, they're going to mark him down where the helmet came off. They're going to give him 9 yards.
Looks like you got to hit him a little bit harder. Even
And they got the chains wrong. It should be the other way. No, they did give him a first down. Okay.
All right. Well, here
they
we go.
did give him a first down. Okay, so first and 10. Riggins looks. This time looks to the right. Delivers complete. That is Cedric Dupins. And that's going to be basically a small gain, maybe a couple of yards.
Cedric Dupins was a big weapon for the Russell County Warriors last game. He had a lot of passes thrown his way. And Whitehead is going to look like we're going to try and make an adjustment here.
Let's call 4 yards on that play. Second down 6 now.
As the Whitehead figures this out, Mike, we want to give a big shout out to Glenn Smith Chevrolet, because from day one they have been a partner here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live in Opelika. Thank you so much for being a presenting sponsor here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Absolutely. And hey, and Rex, we were correct. They did have the
we got it right.
They did have the chains in the wrong place. So that play got the first down. It actually wasn't first down on the last play. And that's what the Whitehead is adjusting over there. And he's explaining it to the Percy Julian coach. So this now, after the short pass to Dupins.
Zebras aren't in midseason form just yet.
Yeah, you are correct. So right, first and 10 from the 37-yard line.
The cadence got him there, Mike.
Yeah, yes it did. Let's make sure nobody moved. And it is an offside. It is an encroachment penalty. That's a free 5 yards there for Russell County.
As explosive as this offense is, folks, the last thing we want to do is give Bryson Riggins and his boys 3 yards at this point.
And Rex, how many coaches on the Percy Julian sideline just then in cadence said, "Watch the football." And there's a pass down in the end zone, just long. That was Quentin Lewis over there that was running down the sideline. He was open, had his man beat, and Bryson Riggins just didn't quite put enough air under that one for him to run under.
And it's a lot of that what happened last week. Bryson Riggins, this wide receiver core is so dynamic. It's just a matter of time he comes in. But you see how quick this could be, folks. That Lewis left his receiver in the dirt, because if the old saying, if we're even, I'm leaving, that's exactly what Quentin was right there. If they can dial in those attacks more, watch out for the Warriors.
Second and 6. The give. And it up the middle, and he runs over a man at about the 19-yard line, leaves him in his dust. And that was Chris Lucas with his first carry of the night. He gets a first down, and the man that he crushed into is still on the turf there. That is Jaden Garrett for Percy Julian, who came up to make the tackle, and Lucas just bowled him over.
And look, it's a long day if you're going to try and run over Chris Lucas at this point. Hey, everyone, we're going to take a quick timeout at this Houston Clinic injury timeout. We'll be right back here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Hey, before we get into it, folks, we want to make a quick correction here. The pass to Jamari Burnett on the far side is who Bryson Riggins was trying to connect with. Again, Jamari, one of those guys, you saw how dangerous he can be with his speed.
Yeah, Jaden Garrett was the injured player for Percy Julian. He looked like also he might have an ankle injury over there. Let's hope that he gets back in the game. So the give on the little end around, that's Lucas again. And he's going to get down to about the 11-yard line.
Almost a Todd Gurley kind of run for Chris Lucas, a big back who's not afraid of contact at this point. Mike.
Absolutely. About a 6-yard gain there, so 2nd and 4 for the Warriors. Showing
the balance here the Warriors have on their attack, it's very, very impressive.
Riggins looks. Over in the corner, just a bit long and out of the end zone. That was intended for Cedric Dupins there. Ran a great route, broke open, and Riggins saw him a little bit late, delivered that football just a tad late, and it was a little bit long over the back line.
I'm sure the Percy Julian's defensive coordinator is a kind man, but I'm sure he's also sweating because this is if you see those two kind of passes already, it's like, my goodness, we got lucky because it was a misfire on him. But, yeah, I'd be nervous already dealing with this offense.
3rd down and 4 for the Warriors. Riggins takes the snap. He looks across the middle. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, it hit him in the worst spot possible. And that was intended, I believe, for Noah Sterling. And he was open, and Riggins delivered it. And it was everything but a touchdown right there.
It was everything but a touchdown. The execution, though, that's the silver lining here, folks. How great this offense is working so far. We just got to make these – you got to make those catches. It's that simple, Mike. I know that he feels terrible for him.
On 4th and 4, the Warriors are going to leave the offense out there. Riggins throws. Complete touchdown. That is number 8, Jamari Burnett with the reception. He did a little stop route just inside the goal line, Rex, over by the pylon, and a perfect throw from Riggins, perfectly timed, and touchdown Warriors.
That's a beautiful thing with Bryson right there. Look, Jamari knew that he messed up on that earlier route, but what about his saying, like, I still trust you, Jamari, go get it, and he brings it in for 6. Warriors on top, just like that already. And look, if it goes to the trend that it has been going these past 3 weeks, Mike, that's going to be the first of many tonight.
Right. Hernandez on for the extra point. And it's blocked. Swatted away. I believe number 21, Damani Porter, for Percy Julian, was the guy who broke through and swatted that one away. So it's 6-0. And we're going to take a quick break here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back in just a moment on Friday Night Football.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Silverado and Colorado trucks ready to roll. Get going in a powerful new full-size Chevrolet Silverado with discounts up to $13,500 off. Drive away in the mid-size Chevy Colorado ready for work or play. Discounted up to $4,000 off. People from all over the USA are going to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Number 27, Jahan Bodiford with the return.
Percy Julian received the kickoff, and it was Antoine Montgomery who ran it back, got about a 10-yard return, and they're going to start off with much better field position on their second possession.
Going back to that last drive with Russell County here, Mike, I know that Jamari was the guy who finally catch a touchdown, but it looks like Bryson could have had 3 different touchdowns and 3 different receivers right there.
He absolutely could have.
Early on in the game, but once they find the momentum, it's going to be a long day to try and stop this Russell County offense.
Absolutely. Defense back on the field. Shuford going to option pitch over there to his back, Jamarian Jones, and he's going to be run out of bounds, but a nice gain over there on the far side. They just ran a little quick option. And the defensive end came up, grabbed the quarterback, and there was nobody really there for pitch. And so they got about an 8-yard gain on that first down play.
Hey, it's an old school offense, but if you work it well, it is very, very effective. That's the best run for the Phoenix so far.
All right, 3 receivers to the left, a single receiver up high on the right side for Percy Julian. Single back in the backfield. 2nd and 2. They throw it out in the flat. It's complete. And that receiver is Orion Harvest. He breaks loose and gets across midfield. So a chunk play for Percy Julian, and they are in business, first down at the Russell County 48.
I think the Phoenix right here, they just need to get it. They wanted to get some momentum. Let's get some early plays going. Not a lot of people prepare for the option offense because, again, apparently Todd Munkin and the Army offense showed up here early today, and then a quick screen pass, just something to get their momentum going. Can Russell County stop it here?
Twins each way. Single back in the backfield. Runner in motion. That's the little quick forward pass, and it looked like holding over there on the other end, and there's the flag.
Great takedown there on the far side. It looked like it was Caden Jackson right there, the senior, just stopping all the momentum there.
He had that play blown up if not for the hold, and that's going to come back. And another injured player over there for Russell County. That it looks like number 27, Dallas Washington, who's down on the other side over there. Let's see. Hopefully he's okay.
And folks, that we're going to take another Jack Houston injury timeout as they figure out the situation here. You're watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're back after this.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
And back at Russell County, and unfortunately a second defensive back or secondary player for Russell County comes off. That is Dallas Washington. And hopefully he's okay, but he's going to be carried to the injury tent over there, so we'll see what happens with him.
Another senior. Hopefully we'll be able to see him back here in action because of Russell County on such a roll this season.
But the holding penalty was enforced against Percy Julian. They are now first down back at the 42-yard line. So first down and a long way for the Phoenix. Schufert back to pass. He's being chased. He gets it out in the flat to his running back, and he's going to be brought down for a loss.
Number 26, Jose Page, a junior outside linebacker there to swarm the offense as well. Mike, you're trying to get something going here because I don't think they've thrown a pass past the line of scrimmage at this point.
Right.
And now you're just even further back.
Lamontez Pollard helped him out there on that tackle and brought him down and back at the 40-yard line. So it's second and even longer now, and there is a timeout on the field. I believe this may be the officials' heat timeout.
And we'll take a break with them here, folks. You're watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back after this short break.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC.
And we are back at Russell County. Second down and a long way for Percy Julian. A holding penalty and a play for a loss. Here's a quick pass out in the flat. That's complete to number 3. That is Orion Harvest, and a big gain, but a flag is on the play. And I believe it might be either a hold or an ineligible man downfield. I'm not sure.
A lot of frustration on the Percy Julian players. It looks like it could be against them, but I look, there hasn't been a lot going right for the Phoenix, but
Orion Harvest
has been the most effective weapon for them so far.
So let's see. What's the indication going to be here? It is holding again, and that is going to ruin the best play from scrimmage tonight for Percy Julian.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know how many plays you got in your playbook for third in Phoenix City at this point.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do the math here. 2, 7.
A lot. Sorry, Mike's the better one with the numbers. I'm the one.
It's about 18 yards, 18 to 20 yards for the first down. And it is going to be second down, though.
It might as well be second and a mile the way this Russell County defense has been flying around here.
So Schufert takes the snap. He's back to pass, rolls to his right, looks downfield, and it's complete. Almost picked off. That was Carlos Cotton there who got a hand on that, but Orion Harvest took it away from him. And down at the 25-yard line is Percy Julian.
Also big shout out to Tavion Davis, the free safety back there making the tackle. And again, Hurst has been the absolute headache for this Russell County defense so far.
Yeah, he found a way to get open there, but great positioning from the defensive back. Carlos Cotton just could not knock that away from Harvest. So a big first down for Percy Julian. They're in business at the 25-yard line of the Warriors. And the keeper from Schufert, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of about 4. It was a little quarterback counterplay there, Rex, where he faked to the back going one direction, and then he took off in the opposite direction, had a lineman out in front of him on the counter block, and got about 4 yards.
It takes one play to get all that momentum going. You see Orion Harvest with that big chunk play. One play was taken back, the other one stands, and now the Phoenix starting to find a little bit of rhythm. But it has been a bend, don't break mentality for the Warriors. Can they stand here?
Schufert brings his team to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers each way, single back in the backfield. Now they're going to motion one of those receivers into an H-back position, and the quarterback keeper again. They ran. Oh, he's hit hard, and that is number 7,
I've been instructed
Tyvion Davis.
I've heard it's called just Ty Davis at this point.
Ty Davis.
Ty with the pain. My goodness, a heat-seeking missile to the quarterback at that point.
Absolutely. He brought him down quickly for no gain. They're still at the 21-yard line, Rex. He made him pay. And he came out of nowhere. He was like shot out of a cannon.
He really was. And I'd be looking at my head coach like, hey, coach, I get you want to do that, but 7 hits pretty hard.
All right, third down now and about 6 yards for Percy Julian. They're going to have 4 receivers to the left in a stacked formation. No backs in the backfield, a single receiver to the right.
I'd be looking out for Harvest at this point.
And here's a timeout called by Percy Julian.
It looked like Harvest was actually lined up in like a wildcat formation here, Mike, but timeout here by the Phoenix. You know, they don't want to waste this opportunity. This is the first time being in Russell County territory.
Absolutely.
Hey, folks, we also wanted to give a big shout-out to a lot of our partners here. Mike, Coca-Cola, talk to us about them.
Coca-Cola is a proud presenting sponsor on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Their deep ties to every school in our network and their long-standing support of local youth athletics made partnering with them an easy choice. From the first whistle to the last, nothing refreshes like Coca-Cola. And hey, Rex, by the way,
yes, sir.
People like to argue about this, especially from those up the highway about 100 miles away, but Coca-Cola was invented in Columbus, Georgia.
I've heard Atlanta likes to claim it.
Atlanta likes to claim it, but it was invented right there in Columbus, Georgia. The formula for it. So we are back now. Percy Julian comes to the line. Same formation, 4 receivers stacked to the left. And it looks like Orion Harvest is going to keep it. He's going to be hit hard. He was hit first in the backfield and then brought down. And I didn't see the number of the first man that hit him, but the next man to hit him was big number 98.
Skyland Holstick, the big senior defensive lineman. And hey, look, it worked for a little while, but it takes the defense is starting to figure this out. That Harvest was a big playmaker for the Phoenix. But all right, 3, if you want to make a play, we'll bring all of our guys with you. It's going to hurt a little bit.
And 21 has not been a lucky number.
It has not been at all.
Percy Julian, they're still on the 21-yard line.
Rolling the dice here on fourth down.
Schufert back in at quarterback. He takes the snap. He looks down to the end zone. Too far. Incomplete, and the ball will go over to Russell County. Drive over. And then here's a flag, and now another flag.
So it looks like what happened is there might have been a late hit on the quarterback, and then the Percy Julian player shoves the Russell County player. We got laundry on the field, and you know, obviously tempers might be flying over here, so we're gonna see what the white hat has to say here. But Mike,
I think it was unsportsmanlike taunting on the Russell County player, and then one of the Percy Julian linemen took up for his quarterback and decked the young man from Russell County and got a penalty there. So these are going to probably offset, right?
I got you. But temper's starting to flare a little bit. Obviously, you're frustrated being this close to the end zone, but cooler heads need to prevail at this point. It looks like the officials trying to figure this one out here, and we'll get an update as soon as we can here, folks. Until then, want to give a huge shout out to some of our sponsors like Kinetic Credit Union. They're a proud champion of our local student athletes. Of course, excited to welcome them on board as a presenting sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And they're doing their best to support high school sports and the communities that make them great. Just like right here in Seal, Alabama, Russell County, a great venue for high school football here, Mike.
Absolutely. And what a great night it is, too. Beautiful night out here in the county. And now here's the call from the official. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Russell County, and also a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Percy Julian. Those will offset, and it'll be first down for Russell County.
I would have to say that Mike knows what he's doing here, folks. But at the end of the day, it's still a turnover on downs for the Phoenix, and here comes Bryson Riggins in that fast Russell County offense.
And they are at the 21-yard line, and what you want to bet the 21-yard line is a little bit luckier for Russell County than it is for Percy Julian.
That sounds like a safe bet there, my friend.
Riggins in the backfield, two backs flanking him, and two receivers to the right, one to the left. Quick pass out of the backfield. That is
Eugene Robinson right there.
Eugene Robinson, yeah.
One of the, the dangerous two-headed monster that is the Russell County running back room. We said that Chris Lucas, a dangerous weapon, a sophomore. Eugene Robinson, a senior. So maybe a mentor to Chris right there, but my goodness. Either 21 or 22, it's someone I don't want to deal with there, Mike.
They gained 6 yards there. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. They're at the 27-yard line. Quick pass from Riggins over to the right side, or excuse me, to the left side, and that is complete to Cedric Dupins, and that'll be a first down up to the 36-yard line.
If that shoelace tackle wasn't made, I could see Dupins making reservations for 6 about 70 yards away there, my friend.
Absolutely. Quickly back to the line are the Warriors. The give now to Lucas. Lucas breaks through. He's free on the sideline. He hits the sideline. He's going to be tackled over there. And there is a flag behind the play. Probably going to be a hold, Rex, the wideout over there.
Let's look at how this incredible athleticism. I blinked, and Chris was already down there for 20 yards and more in the first down. But could this one be coming back? I think you're right, my friend.
I believe it's going to be a spot of the foul call, so it's going to be 10 yards from where the official is, which – that is over at the Percy Julian 47-yard line, so it's going to come back, and it's going to be just short of a first down, I believe, Rex.
And it's one of those things where the penalties they just hurt you. You had all that great run, had all that great momentum, and it's, you hope that you're able to clean those up, especially later in the game here. But again, give Chris Lucas or Eugene Robinson just a little bit of daylight, it's going to hurt you.
So we'll repeat first down, but instead of 1st and 10, it's going to be 1st and 4 for Russell County after the holding penalty. So it wipes out a great run from Lucas. Riggins takes a snap, steps back, throws, going down the sideline, got a man, he's open, he's going to be caught over there. A good job of tackling by Percy Julian. The guy who saved the touchdown for the Phoenix was number 21, Damani Porter.
Jamari Burnett is a monster.
Jamari Burnett, he had a good 2-yard lead on his guy who was guarding him there, and a dime dropped by Riggins.
I told you once they figure this thing out, Mike, they're going to be a dangerous offense, and it looks like they're dialing it in.
So in the red zone at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Riggins looks, throws overside, just a little bit high and a little bit too hard. Again, for that same man, Jamari Burnett.
And folks, look, we have all this great action going on right now, but halftime is on the way. So halftime means highlights. Don't miss that halftime update show with our good friend Richard Holdridge, presented by the Beck Center. He's going to have plenty of stuff to talk about for this game.
Big Rich,
Big Rich, man. And with the way this offense is rolling, I'm sure he'll have plenty of highlights to talk about here, my friend.
Absolutely. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Riggins has one back behind him. That is Eugene Robinson. He gets the give. He bulls his way down. He's going to be stopped at about the 1-yard line. So a nice, powerful run by Eugene Robinson right there. And it's going to be 3rd and goal. They're going to mark him at the 2. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. The give again to Robinson. He bounces outside. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
And it was nice to simply, hey, big fella, he did a lot of the work. Here it is again. Just go ahead and finish the mission off.
Absolutely. So let's see. All right, is Russell County going to send the kicking unit out, or are they going to send another unit out and go for 2 here? They are sending the kicking unit out. And Justin Hernandez will come on to attempt the extra point. His first attempt was blocked. But Russell County answers very quickly after the stand on the opposite end of the field.
One of those things you can't look away when this offense is on the field, folks, because you turn around and maybe get a slice of pizza. They've run 3 or 4 plays.
Absolutely. Flags fly everywhere. One of the Russell County linemen lost his helmet there as one of the Percy Julian guys came across.
Might need that in a contact sport, right?
Yes, sir. I don't know if it's illegal substitution or offside or what the call is going to be here. Let's see. It's a dead ball offside penalty. It's going to be declined, and they're going to keep it where it is for the extra point. 36 seconds left in this opening period. The snap, the kick, and the kick is good.
This time it's true.
So with 36 seconds left in this opening period, it is Russell County 13, Percy Julian nothing. We're going to take a break here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back in just a moment on Friday Night High School Football.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Back here in Seal, Alabama, home of the Russell County Warriors, and those homestanding Warriors here on homecoming have taken a 13-0 lead. We're almost done with the opening period of play here, and Rex, Russell County trying to set the tone here.
Hey, look, the tone is we play fast and we are effective. Look, if you're here on homecoming, it is quite the party already just here in the first quarter.
Hernandez will kick it away. He puts the foot to it. Got a deep kick inside the 5-yard line, and that's that guy, Amarian Harvest, and he's going to be brought down almost to the 20-yard line. Let's see, they're going to mark it. They're going to give him progress to the 20-yard line.
Quick trip to Suplex City at that point, but yeah, Harvest has been this absolute problem for the Russell County defense. So look out for 3 to try and make more impact here as we wind down the first quarter here, Mike.
And Rex, you know, this Percy Julian, they've been famous for a lot of years for having great talent.
Absolutely.
Especially in skill positions. A lot of great linebackers have come out of there.
A lot of wide receivers.
And a lot of wide receivers. And Amarian Harvest looks like he might be one in the lineage of that.
I have to agree with you there, my friend.
All right, 3 receivers bunched to the right. Now one comes in motion. The give on the reverse is going to be handed to Jamarian Jones, the main running back, and that little skullduggery did not work there, Rex.
Skullduggery, adding that one to the dictionary. Outstanding vocabulary word there, my friend. But at this point, look, you're here at Percy Julian. You're trying. You know that Harvest is the one guy who can make plays, but you can't throw it to him every single play. So you're just doing anything you can to create some confusion. But my goodness, Russell County, great discipline right here.
That was a loss of 2, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So we'll take a break here. Russell County, after 1 period, leads Percy Julian 13-0. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Back at Russell County, 2nd down and 12 for the Phoenix. Quick pass out in the flat, and that is a live football. And let's see, they're going to call that a live ball. That was thrown backwards, and Russell County has it.
Got to pay attention, folks. Every single time they thought that was a incomplete pass, but it was never forward. So what a break for Russell County, and judging how Bryson Riggins has led this offense, you want to give them a short field? Good luck.
That ball was, they thought it was just a swing out, and the officials never blew a whistle, and the back who came in motion gave up on it, Rex.
Right.
And Russell County realized that a whistle hadn't blown, and they very smartly and wisely jumped on the football, and they have possession in the red zone at the 10-yard line, 1st and goal.
What great awareness right there for Russell County.
Riggins looks. He delivers over in the corner of the fade pattern. He dropped it. He had it and let it go. A really well-thrown football on the fade there to Quentin Lewis.
I know that Quentin Lewis is feeling sick for his quarterback right there. It was a beautifully drawn-up play. We all pretty much had our hands up here in the press box. I know we're supposed to be better than that, folks, but it looked drawn up beautifully. But again, that's the power of this offense. Once they dial it in, you see the concepts. And Bryson Riggins, what a great job right there. Quentin Lewis, I know he feels sick, but they dial that in. What a quick stride offense this is. It's impressive to see.
All right, we got an H-back and 2 receivers to the left and a single receiver to the right. Riggins looks left, delivers, caught, touchdown.
Make that number 2 for Eugene
Robinson. He's got 1 by land and 1 by air.
I like the way you put that, my friend.
And it's 19-0 at the moment, Russell County, so they begin the second quarter like any coach in the country would like for their team to begin their first possession of the second quarter.
I was about to say, that's not too bad. 2 plays and a touchdown already. We up almost by 20 at this point, folks. Incredible job by this offense.
11:35 to go in the frame, and they are going to go for 2 here on this one. They've got the offense out there, so Riggins has Lucas next to him. Man in motion. He's going to roll to the right. He looks back to his left, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. They were hoping to fool the Percy Julian defense right there with a little misdirection. They rolled him to the right, brought a receiver back across the field to the left, but Julian stayed home that time, covered it, and by the time he was able to adjust, he had a lot of white jerseys around him, Rex.
Credit to the Phoenix at that point by staying where, you're feeling good, you have a lot of momentum on your side, and all of a sudden you think you could get something going here.
19-0 is your score. And we'll go ahead and take a quick break here as we anticipate the kickoff. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
And we are back at Russell County. And Justin Hernandez is going to have to take an ice bath.
He's going to definitely need some rest. What a great job by this Russell County offense, folks. We blinked and it's already 19-0, Mike.
Hernandez boots it, and we've got offside. That'll come back. There was some indecision there, Rex, on the kick. Hernandez kept looking back toward the sideline, and then when he started, I think it kind of discombobulated his line of defenders.
And there's a little miscue here. I know there's a lot of excitement here. And folks, if you're just joining us, the way Russell County got on the board quickly, Percy Julian all of a sudden, threw out a screen pass. They thought it was an incomplete pass, and well, Russell County, the whistle never blew, and Russell County paid attention. Mike scooped it right up, and before you knew it, Russell County in business 2 plays later. My goodness, Bryson Riggins finds his man Eugene Robinson, and as you mentioned, what was it? Eugene has one by
land and one by air.
And there we go, folks. Russell County on top, 19-0.
And Hernandez will this time tee it up from the 35-yard line. Got everybody in order this time. He boots it away, and it's going to be taken down about the 15-yard line, dropped and picked up. Oh, and a big hit. That is our man, Ty Davis, with the big hit on special teams there.
That ice bath's going to hit a little different if Ty Davis is on the field, guys.
That was Rob Menora on the return, and he's kind of shaking the cobwebs loose now.
I'm up here in the press box, and I think I'm shaking my cobwebs loose here, folks.
So that gets out to the 31-yard line for Percy Julian, and they'll start again. Man in motion. Schufert looks. The pitch on the option. This time it's covered, and he's brought down for a loss, and that is Garrick Lucas, who stayed home that time, took the pitch man.
What big update here, folks. Garrick Lucas making a big-time impact. Hey, Mike, this is his first game back since Game 4 of last year. And you know that tackle feels good.
Gets back on the field. That felt good for that young man for sure, as he stays home on the option. And, that play worked earlier for Percy Julian.
Sure did.
He got a big gain, and this time they sniffed it out and stopped it.
Garrick Lucas recovering from a broken leg, and you know what? I'm sure all the Russell County fans are smiling from ear to ear, but no one's smiling bigger than number 3 with a big-time tackle for loss.
Absolutely. And here is a delay of game against Percy Julian, so another mistake by the Phoenix.
The Warriors are doing everything they can to cause some headaches here, Mike. The last thing you need is the clock to work against you.
Absolutely. So that's going to move it back inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Percy Julian has been across that 50-yard line just once so far this night here, Mike, and it doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon that they're going to cross it again.
Now we've got a conference by the officials. I think they're trying to make sure that the clock was reset correctly.
In situations like this, you feel comfortable, but Orrin Harvest has been the difference maker for the Phoenix, and it looks like we got a new spot for the ball.
Absolutely. Percy Julian called timeout before the delay of game.
Understood. Okay, so they just avoided that penalty, and it looks like
they got a timeout and avoided the penalty. So it'll go back to still second and a lot, second and about 18 yards. We got a quick timeout here, and while we do, let's talk about Houston Clinic. Houston Clinic is proud to be a presenting sponsor on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, helping us showcase the best in local athletics. Since 1949, Houston has been at the forefront of orthopedic medicine, offering advanced treatments for injuries and joint care. Their team of specialists works with athletes, weekend warriors, and families to keep our community moving strong. Visit Houston.com to learn more, and go team.
Hey, what great message right there. Just simple go team right there, but huge shout out to the team over there at Houston Clinic. A great place to take care of all those injury bugs or anything else you need.
Hey, they even take care of old guys like me.
He's being generous there, folks. He ain't that old. The heart of a 20-year-old right here. I'm trying to keep up with Mike, folks.
Tell my knees that. So we're back now, second down and about 18 yards for Percy Julian. Big play on first down for a loss by the Russell County defense. And Schufert puts a man in motion. He's going to drop back. He's going to look. He's going to throw it deep down the sideline and throws it over everyone. And the safety back there for Russell County, Josiah Chambers, was breaking on that, and I thought he might have a chance to pick that one, Rex.
I think that might have been the third or fourth Russell County Warrior we could say that was that close to getting a turnover. Just a great job by this defensive backfield to swarm to the ball, make plays, and be in the right place at the right time. It's causing nothing but headaches for the Phoenix tonight.
Third and long for the Phoenix, excuse me. They are at the 23-yard line, their own 23-yard line. Schuford, one back in the backfield, 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. And here's a false start. The receiver to the right, which is number 88, Juwan Johnson, got about a step and a half on that play, Rex.
The headaches are starting to just pile on for the Phoenix right here. Again, the Russell County defense is doing a tremendous job sniffing out all these potential big plays, Harvest being the one X factor for Percy Julian. But the last thing, again, you need, this is what happens when all this pressure starts to mount up and mount up. Does it bust the pipes for the Percy Julian offense at this point?
So it's going to be 3rd down from the 18-yard line for the Phoenix. They've got to get to the 41, Rex, for a 1st down.
That might as well be in Eufaula at this point here, Mike.
Schuford takes a snap. He drops back. He throws across the middle. Oh, and almost picked off. That is number 32, Jeremiah Chambers. And he was looking at his man, Rex, and the ball came past the receiver and hit him right between the numbers.
And then all of a sudden he
got jolted by one of the guys
another
coming
player
behind.
right there. So a little shaken up, but it looks like he'll be all right. But again, another great job by this Russell County defense. Not only being making all those plays, all those defensive plays, but the penalties, forcing some of those penalties, those mental mistakes by Percy Julian. My goodness, as good as the offense is playing, this defense is playing lights out as well. Pitching a shutout so far here, Mike.
4th down and Crawford. The punt is away. It's a wobbly punt, short. Stepping up and taking it. He's loose. That is Caden Jackson, and he's going to score! Caden Jackson broke a couple of tackles, somehow found his way to the end zone. Rex, what a play.
They've done it through the offense, and now the special team stepping up. What a special night right here in the county. Great job to return the punt right there. We thought he may have just let it go there, Mike, but nope, I got places to be.
He stepped up to it like there was a little bit of indecision. Should I catch this? Should I let it hit? And he decided, he said, well, heck, I'm going to catch it. And what he did, he got past the first line of Percy Julian, got downfield, broke a couple of tackles, and somehow got loose inside the 5-yard line, got himself into the end zone.
Everything working for the Warriors at this point here,
absolutely.
Mike.
So let's see. Looks like they are going to keep the offense on the field again and go for 2. And now they're going to call timeout. So they didn't have all the personnel out there that they needed, had to take a timeout. And while they do, let's remind you about our halftime show. Don't go anywhere at the break. Richard Holdridge has all the first half highlights, scores, and analysis on the halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. And Richard is chomping at the bit to get back on and talk about some of the action around the area, and also talk about, he loves these Russell County Warriors.
Hey, Big Rich, I don't know if you're watching us right now, but that play needs to be a punt return for a touchdown right there. It's one of those situations you always kind of hold your breath a little bit as a fan and as a coach, like, okay, what's going to happen here? But hey, if you can find Pater, by all means, my friend, go ahead and do your thing out there. It is a party here in Seal, Alabama tonight.
It's 25-0 at the moment. The offense is on the field to try for 2. They're getting their personnel adjusted. Trips to the left. One back in the backfield. And Riggins, he looks, finds a man, fade pattern, it's good. The 2-point conversion is good, and that'll make it 27-0. That was Cedric Dupins who ran the crossing route into a little fade pattern, and a perfect pass from Riggins, and it's 27-0 Warriors. And we have just under 10 minutes to go in this second period.
It's going to be a long night here if you're not rooting for the Russell County Warriors tonight. Great job there by Riggins. And what I really appreciate about him, he goes back to his guys. So, look, everyone makes mistakes, right? They don't always catch the pass when they're meant to. Go back to your guys. Tell them, I trust you, I believe in you, and I need you. Great job there by Cedric Dupins to extend the lead 27-0. Mike, we got plenty of highlights to talk about in just the first half alone.
That we do. It's been a great one, and we still got 10 minutes in the second quarter, Rick.
And that's the other part of it, folks. whoever's working the lights and the scoreboard get ready for that workout because they may break the scoreboard tonight.
They may have carpal tunnel before this game's over. All right, so Hernandez lines it up to kick here. Percy Julian will get the ball back. And Rob Menorah and Orion Harvest are the two deep guys. And the kick is going to be taken by Menorah over there on the right side. He gets around the end. He gets a good return here, Rex. And out of bounds, looks like up around the 45-yard line. So good field position, maybe the best field position of the night to start a drive for Percy Julian.
You took the words right out of my mouth there, my friend. That has been the best play for the Phoenix. This is as close as they've been to crossing that 50-yard line. And maybe it just you find some daylight, you make some stuff happen, but that's how good, that's a testament to how good this Russell County defense has been.
Absolutely. So 4 receivers start this play to the left. No backs in the backfield. They're going to line up in a line over here on the left side. Stack formation, single receiver up to the left. Man in motion. That's the running back, Jamarian Jones. He's got it, and he's going to step out of bounds after a gain of about 8 yards.
A little bit of momentum being swung out to Percy Julian's way, at least on this drive. But again, they are down 27-0 at this point, so they have some ground to make up.
We'll give him 9 yards on that play and into positive territory for Percy Julian at the 49 of the Warriors. And another receiver comes there, going to stick with that stack formation. 4 receivers to the right, a single receiver to the left.
I believe that's Harvest in kind of this wildcat formation right here there, Mike.
It is in motion. And the ball's on the ground. I believe Harvest got back on it, but a loss on the play goes from 2nd and a yard to 3rd and 5.
A lot of breaks going the Warriors' way at this point, and another 3rd down, which has been a monster of a headache for the Phoenix to try and figure this out against the Russell County Warriors.
So 3rd down 5 now from their own 47-yard line. I believe Harvest, nope, or is that Shuford back in at quarterback?
That's Harvest right there.
That is Harvest. He's going to keep it, and he's going to get hammered as he tries to go through the middle of the line of scrimmage. He's going to get up to about the 49-yard line.
Ran into a garnet and gold wall right there. Congratulations again to the Russell County Warriors defense. And look, it's 4th down, and it's somewhat manageable, Mike. I think they're keeping the offense out there.
Percy Julian, they just about have to go for this, Rex.
They have to get something to go their way.
They're trying to get some momentum, trying to get something to go their way, and they're trying to keep the Russell County offense off the field.
Absolutely, because you know them. You may blink and they may be within scoring distance yet again.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Shuford drops back, looks, throws down the sideline, incomplete. He led the receiver too far toward the middle of the field, and great coverage over there. That was number 23 for the Warriors, Josiah Chambers, who had him covered like a blanket. And it'll go over to Russell County again.
Second time the Percy Julian Phoenix have turned it over on downs. And we all get it. They had to go for the gamble, kind of get some momentum back on their sidelines. But Russell County said, no, thank you. We'll let our offense take it from here.
So Russell County will take over in positive territory at the 49. And there's another offside penalty against Julian.
Don't need the mistakes to pile up at this point.
The change up in the cadence right there. It's worked twice now in the game.
On the defense, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
You hear the officials call there. So that'll go down to the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 5 yards. Three receivers left, 1 receiver to the right, single back in the backfield. The fake to Lucas. And the delivery, and that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Hey, look at that. Just a great jump on there by the Percy Julian defense right there.
I believe that was William Powers who had the hit there, number 4 for Percy Julian.
Cedric Dupin did everything he could, but just a great hit and a great play made by the Phoenix defense.
Well, he got his hands on the football, and as soon as he controlled it with his hands, he got jolted and knocked loose from the football. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 now for the Warriors. Riggins looks across the middle. He's got a man. And he's loose inside the 10. That is Quentin Lewis with the reception. Looked like he might go, Rex.
He did. He made one man miss and was dragging another defender for a couple yards there. Great job there by Quentin Lewis. Well, just another dangerous weapon in that wide receiver core.
Boy, you talk about all these colleges talk about their wide receiver room. Dylan Griggs can talk about his
Absolutely.
a lot. Some quality hands out there, some quality speed. The give, that's Lucas. He's inside the 5 or to the 5-yard line. Gets a little tush push there. And I believe they're going to mark him at the 5-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5.
And once they've set up in this kind of distance here, Mike, the Russell County Warriors haven't missed. So we'll see if they can add even more points to that scoreboard as we're here in the second quarter.
They've got so many little tools in their toolbox.
Man, I tell you what,
distance.
it is it might as well be a home that they have right there.
The give, yeah, it is the give to Lucas. He's loose and he runs over a man at the goal line. Touchdown, Russell County.
As much as finesse as they have, also the brutality of a guy like Lucas just running over a defender and bullying his way into the end zone right there.
He broke a tackle at about the 3-yard line, got through it, and then the safety, Rob Menorah, came up and just really didn't have a chance.
Todd Gurley-like, a little bit right there. Just, all right, if you want to stand in my way, good luck.
And they're going to go for 2 one more time here. Riggins, the snap. Looks out in the flat, and it's going to be good. That is Noah Sterling with the reception there, and that's going to make it 35-0 here, Russell County. Let's take a break real quick. 6:39 to go in the half. It's Friday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For game day, work day, or any day, Glenn Smith in Opelika is loaded with GMC Sierra and Canyon trucks. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,750 off. Test drive the new mid-size GMC Canyons with a comfortable ride and strong towing, discounted up to $4,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until December. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
And we're back at Russell County. 35-0 on homecoming here. The Warriors are giving the crowd what they want.
I was about to say, this is exactly the kind of homecoming performance you want for your crowds, all the alumni making their way back to Seal, Alabama. Good food, good company, and a great performance on the field right there. It looks like a lot of aggressive blocking right there. Some fans thinking there may have been holding right there.
Well, I see something on the field, but I don't think that's a flag, or is it? It is not. I saw something laying on the turf over there. Thought it was a flag. And folks, remember, we're headed toward halftime. Join Richard Holdridge for the halftime update show brought to you by the Beck Center. Lots for Richard to talk about tonight.
Look, 35-0. I think we were talking about it, looking over our notes. 5 offensive drives, 5 touchdowns. Richard, my friend, you got plenty to talk about with these Warriors.
So 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The give and hit in the backfield and brought down quickly is Jamarian Jones, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards.
And Mike,
let's make it almost 4 yards. Well, let's make it 4 yards, as a matter of fact, back to the 19-yard line.
Earlier in this broadcast, County knows that they're a contender now. No one's overlooking them. No one's going to take them for granted. But there comes an added pressure when it comes to being that kind of caliber team. Russell County answering the call so far.
Max protection back there for Schuford. He's going to hand it, and breaking 1 tackle but not able to break the second one is the second back. That is Elijah Noden.
It's one of these things where you see Percy Julian try to get to that second level, but once they do, they're met by a hard-hitting linebacker or a defensive back.
And this is the Heat timeout. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back here in a moment, live from Russell County on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Back at Russell County, and Shuford's pass incomplete, and it's going to be 4th and 11. He tried to throw it over there, tried to hit his man, Omarion Harvest, but it went right through his hands as Harvest heard footsteps coming, Rex.
And there's been plenty of footsteps to be heard. This Russell County defense has been a bunch of dogs out there, just heat-seeking missiles ready to stop any offensive play right there. Credit to them, and once again, an all-too-familiar place for the Percy Julian Phoenix, back in that punt formation.
Cheney back to punt. He stands at the 7-yard line, waiting on this snap.
And when they were in this position last time here, Mike, the Russell County Warriors turned this into a touchdown.
Caden Jackson back there again. The snap, the punt. This one's a good one. Spiraling punt's going to drive Jackson all the way back to his own 35.
What a move!
Oh my goodness, and he's loose on the other side. Can he get away? He's going to cross the 50, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the Percy Julian 45-yard line. Oh my goodness, I'm dizzy, Rex.
I don't blame you. Breaking ankles and hearts out there is big number 2, Caden Jackson. My goodness, great job right there, and sets up Russell County in enemy territory.
That was Barry Sanders-like.
I like that. I like that.
I mean, that little stop move and the spin, and he broke loose over there and made a great return out of nothing. So 1st and 10 from the Percy Julian 45. Riggins, the snap, looks to his right, delivers, complete. That is Cedric Dupins with the catch over there. He's quickly tackled, a gain of about 4 yards on 1st down.
This Russell County offense and this special teams, Mike, they can't do anything wrong at this point.
It's amazing.
It really is amazing.
Yeah, they're bringing it for homecoming. So Riggins set for the snap. 3 receivers to the left, a single receiver to the right. He drops straight back. He looks downfield. He's going to go deep down the sideline. Oh, over the defensive back. That was number 21, Damane Porter for Julian. Probably should have had an interception there, Rex, but it almost ended up being a touchdown because it went right through his hands and hit the receiver. He just didn't make the catch.
It's one of those situations so close yet so far. Look, Porter, shout out to him for trying to do what he can, because he had 2 dangerous weapons to try and cover right there. But it's one of these things, again, Russell County showing how dangerous this offense can be. They just need to make a couple adjustments here and there.
3rd and 7. Rolling to his left, delivering to the wrong shoulder there. I don't know if his receiver turned the wrong way or if Riggins was just trying to create something there with a back shoulder throw. But it's 4th down. That was intended for Jamari Preer, the junior wide receiver.
He also had Cedric Dupins there in that unique in that pattern right there. But 4th down, here we go.
Twins each way for Russell County. Riggins looks, delivers wide open and incomplete.
It was a quick pass out there on the far side.
That was Quentin Lewis. Thought he had him there, Rex, but Lewis couldn't get a grip on it, and it'll go over to Percy Julian with good field position here.
Well, look, the way this Russell County offense has been running, I don't blame them for going forward on 4th down. It seemed like everything was going their way, but hey, look, it's time to go back to the drawing board, make a couple of those adjustments right there.
And they have proved they're human.
And they are. They indeed are. But look, every drive they've had, they've scored. So 5 out of 6 still ain't bad.
Pretty good percentage. Julian back on the field. Shuford looks. He's going to deliver, complete for a moment, and then knocked away. What a play by Eldrick Page, the linebacker, as he got a hand in there and poked that one away from the receiver.
So that could have been a tackle and a deflected pass and an interception. What a play right there for big number 9, just showcasing his athleticism.
Correction, pass is broken up by number 9, Eldrick Page.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Phoenix. They are at their own 42-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Shuford back, throws deep down the right sideline and too far for the receiver. Uncatchable ball.
And, yeah, you see a bunch of the Percy Julian offensive linemen trying to plead their case for pass interference at that point. But even with the defensive backs, they've done a great job covering the deep threats like a blanket, as you mentioned earlier. So another third, an all too familiar place for the Phoenix once again. 3rd down and long. 3rd and 10.
And the other part about that not being any interference, there was no interference until the ball was already past the receiver.
So there you go.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Shuford back, heavy pressure. It's intercepted, and this might be a pick 6. It is. It absolutely is. Ty Davis read that one like a book, Rex. Stepped in front, and we've had a defensive touchdown.
Ty Davis, where number 7 says, I got places to be. Nothing but green turf and Alabama sky in front of him on that replay, folks. Absolutely great job by Ty Davis right there.
Absolutely. That was supposed to be a little screen pass, and heavy pressure came because the linemen were trying to set the screen, but Ty Davis stayed home, and look at him. He just reads this like a book.
And look, once he's got it, I got places to be. See you later, folks. Another touchdown for Russell County. The Warriors rolling on homecoming.
And Hernandez back for the extra point this time. Both teams getting their personnel right. There's a whistle, and that's going to be before the play. It's offside, and they're going to have to do it again, I believe, because offside on the extra point is a play-killing. It's like a false start.
Just giving them.
They're going to decline it. No, they're not. They're going to move it. They're going to move it up this time. So instead of from the 10, this will be from the 8. A little shorter. Snap, the hold, the kick is good.
So they've done it on offense, they've done it on special teams, and they've done it on defense. Mike, you hear coaches say all the time, we want to be good in all 3 phases of the game. You score a touchdown in all 3 phases.
When you score with all 3 phases, that's pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, Kinetic Credit Union is proud to champion our local student athletes. We're excited to welcome them as a presenting sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live, supporting high school sports and the communities that make them great.
Scoring a touchdown in all 3 phases of the game is as good as money in the bank right there.
Speaking of great.
Outstanding job by these Warriors right now, and it's a whole lot to not a lot. 42-0 right now with 3:29 left here in the second quarter.
This team is impressive, Rex. You know, I saw them last year, and I was really impressed by what I saw last year, but they've gotten better.
And that's the scary thing about it, isn't it?
And they've got a lot of younger guys, too, that are going to be back.
Having
for Dylan Griggs.
That development. And it was an interesting story. I was talking to athletic director Larry Knox about Bryson Riggins, and we were talking about how did this kid get here? Why wasn't he scooped up by any other programs? According to athletic director Knox, Bryson Riggins was told at some other programs he was too small to play quarterback. Well, his arm is playing big enough.
Big return for Percy Julian. That is Damane Porter, and he gets them into plus territory. So another good kick return. Rex gives them good field position.
The kick return has been the best play for the Phoenix so far.
It has so far. You are correct. They are at the Russell County 45 to start this drive. We're at 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first half. If you're just joining us, it's a nail biter, folks. It's 42-0 Warriors.
And just to update you with some scores from around the state right here, Mike, Central up 56-7 at the halftime over Dauphin.
And here's a flag on the play. That is a forward pass, but I've got a flag here. I believe you're going to have ineligible downfield because that was a forward pass.
Understood there, yep.
And there were some linemen leading that play. If it had been thrown and caught in the backfield, there would be no ineligible downfield,
Gotcha.
but that was thrown toward the line of scrimmage.
So a forward pass right there.
And it was a forward pass, even though it looked like an option pitch. That is it. That is the call. Ineligible downfield for Percy Julian.
So with 3 minutes to go here until halftime here. Mike.
No, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
That was illegal participation.
Oh, interesting.
I am totally wrong there. I got the signals wrong. I guess one hand on top of the head
That's an eligible
is ineligible downfield. This was two hands behind the head. That's illegal participation.
Yep.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
So Percy Julian in some of their best field positions since they were knocking on the door in that first quarter.
Now the officials are going to confer. The side judge over on the far sideline. Now they're going to bring the boss in. See what this decision is about.
Well, they've been working really hard here, Mike. Maybe they need something to hydrate with, like
Absolutely.
Coca-Cola, because tonight's coverage is brought to you by Coca-Cola, a presenting sponsor on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Deep ties to our schools and strong support for our local youth athletics. It's a no-brainer to partner with them.
Hey, they need a Powerade.
There you go.
Coca-Cola product.
There
or
you go. Or what you
a
think?
nice Dasani water.
You know what? Good idea right there. It's a long night. You know, it's not super hot right now. It has been a perfect night.
And if they need a little protein at halftime,
There you
how
go.
about more power?
See? This is why Mike gets paid the big bucks, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Big money.
Big money right
No
there.
whammies. And here is another penalty. Now let's see.
It's interesting to see Percy Julian make all this, being able to, being just outside the 20-yard line at this point here, Mike, and the White Hat trying to explain to head coach Dylan Griggs about the situation going on here.
Did they marked the original one from the line of scrimmage? Are they saying that was from the end of the play?
Interesting.
I don't know, but it has put them at the 21-yard line, so they're almost in the red zone. They've only been in the red zone one other time tonight,
That's
Ricks,
correct.
And that came up goose egg.
So we'll see if Russell County has this bend, don't break mentality, if that can stand once again.
So here we go. Shuford, I believe. And he's going to be chased down, and he's going to be sacked way back at the 37-yard line. And that was Jordan Winston in at quarterback, a freshman for Percy Julian.
Baptism by fire.
And he got sacked by committee there, Rex.
So we gave them all the R's, and Russell County said, we'll take them all back.
We're going to take all of them back on one play. So they're all the way back at the 34-yard line. That's a 13-yard loss. So Winston, he's rushed again. He's going to pop it up, a little screen pass, and a nice play by Ty Davis.
The man already has a touchdown and had several big hits on the night.
Well, the way that ball was floating, I was almost thinking
ready
that
for
might
it.
be picked off again because it was just a little lollipop pass over there, but it was complete, and that makes it third and a little more manageable. They got to the 30-yard line. Still third and quite a ways. But they have to get binoculars to see the first down marker. So the freshman, and there's a false start. So the freshman trying to dupe the defense into moving, made his receiver move.
It's been a long night for the Phoenix folks.
I tell you, the Percy Julian coach needs a bottle of Malox.
Well, it was only third in Auburn. Now we're at third in Birmingham at this point.
Yes, it's back to the 35-yard line.
It was ironic. They got all the officials gave Percy Julian, after the penalties on Russell County, put them in the 20-yard line, and here they are back at the 40.
Third and 24, and he's sacked. And he's brought down. The credit for that sack is going to go to big number 90, Daniel Hunt, for Russell County. He came through almost untouched, and I thought he was going to swallow the quarterback for a second.
This young quarterback, number 17, Jordan Winston, is getting baptized by fire yet again. This Russell County defense it doesn't matter who you put back there at quarterback. Could be a freshman, could be a 6-year senior. They're gonna bring the pressure and make plays happen.
So 4th down, and let's see, they are now at the 45-yard line. It is 4th down and 34.
What play do you have for 4th and 34 at this point?
Send everybody on a go route and throw it up, and hope it's intersected and they get tackled, and it'll do the same thing as a punt.
Forget it. Forget it. Someone's open. Let me just throw it.
Yep. Just throw it toward the end zone.
That's a backyard play. Hey, just go to mom's car as fast as you can. I'll throw it.
And now, let's see. We got some personnel back in there. I believe that is Jonathan Looney, the sophomore, now in at quarterback.
All right, well, here we go. Let's see if the sophomore has something to work with.
He's going to throw it up, and it's going to be picked off. Intercepted at the 25-yard line. And making the sideline, ladies and gentlemen, 75 yards later, it's a touchdown, Russell County.
Why not at this point, Mike? Caden Jackson had a great spin out of a punt return and said, you know what? I'm going to make up for it. 75 yards to paradise. Another touchdown for the county.
Unbelievable. He came to this sideline, got a wall of blockers, and just turned on a burst, and nobody was going to catch him.
This has been absolute domination by the Russell County Warriors at homecoming tonight.
And Percy Julian, they're going to need a therapist. They were down at the red zone, and in just a few plays, Russell County scores.
A 75-yard pick six. Unbelievable pressure, unbelievable execution by this defense.
And the extra point is good by Hernandez. And with 3 seconds, that's what makes it hurt worse.
We still have to play a little bit more, don't we?
3 seconds left in the half. It is Russell County 49, Percy Julian nothing. Unbelievable. Let's take a quick break here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back in a moment for the kickoff and the rest of the second half. Don't forget about the highlight show coming up at the half on Georgia Alabama Sports.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Silverado and Colorado trucks ready to roll. Get going in a powerful new full-size Chevrolet Silverado with discounts up to $13,500 off. Drive away in the mid-size Chevy Colorado ready for work or play. Discounted up to $4,000 off. People from all over the USA are going to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
And we are back here at Russell County. 3 seconds.
Hey, we have seen
Stranger things
have happened.
3 seconds left. Hey, I remember a game at Auburn. There was only 1 tick left on the
Every
clock.
second counts now, doesn't it?
Hernandez.
Still, I don't know if you have a 49-point play in.
He drives that kick deep, and it's going to land about the 6-yard line, and it's finally going to roll in the end zone. Percy Julian just said, "The heck with this. I'm letting it roll."
So 3 seconds left on this one.
The only problem is nobody touched that ball, so no time ran off the clock.
I see.
All they had to do was touch the football and run around a little bit and then fall down, and it would have been halftime. But now they got to run a play.
Good luck. But Mike, I think our jaws have been on the floor for this first half. What a performance by the Russell County Warriors in this first half. Just scoring on every phase of the play. Almost scoring 5 out of 6 drives they've scored a touchdown, pick 6, and a punt return for a touchdown. My jaw's on the floor. What a performance by Russell County tonight.
Well, and this is the 3rd straight tough game for Percy Julian.
Oof.
2 weeks ago on the 30th of August, they were beaten by Carver Montgomery 39-6. And last week, they took it on the chin 40-0 at Stanhope Elmore. And it's 49-0 at halftime here at Russell County. It's a tough stretch for this group from Montgomery. And there's the kneel, and that is the end of the first half of play. So we're going to throw it to a commercial, and when we come back, you'll be with Richard Holdridge at the Beck Center for the halftime highlight show. It's 49-0 Russell County at the half. We'll see you in a little while, everybody.
final, the Columbus Blue Devils. They defeat the Jordan Red Jackets earlier today, 49-6 to go to 3-0 on the season. Columbus will be taking on the Carver Tigers next week. Jordan will end up taking on Spencer. Let's talk about those Carver Tigers, because this was a 7-6 game at the half, and Carver was able to get the victory. 31-12. They are 4-0, and then that showdown, Carver-Columbus next week, both teams undefeated. Northside loses their third straight game as they fall to 1-3. All right, let's take a look at the game at Otis Spencer Stadium as Sumter County defeated Kendrick 56-0. Sumter County is now 4-0 on the season. Kendrick falls to 2-2. And then we've got Brookstone in the fourth quarter, leading Southwest Georgia Academy 35-14. A touchdown pass from Broughton Branch to Meacham Kelly as Brookstone trying to go to 5-0 on the season down in Damascus. Also, we've got the Calvary Christian Knights. It's the fourth quarter, and they are leading Flint River Academy 9-0. And that is really been a defensive struggle by both teams up in Woodbury, as Calvary trying to come up with the road victory to try to go to 4-0. At halftime, or the start of the third quarter rather, and it is all Glenwood Gators up in Childersburg as they lead 35-0. And then let's swing it around over to the Cramden Bowl in Montgomery, where Carver Montgomery, they are now at the half, where Carver Montgomery leads Smith Station 26-0. Just trying to get an update on that game as I was watching it, just to make sure that that score is correct, and that is correct. It is 26-0 at the half as Carver Montgomery is leading. Let's go ahead and talk some Thursday night games as the Shaw Raiders pick up their first victory of the season, beating their crosstown rival up at Kinnett Stadium last night, 32-14 over the Hardaway Hawks. Shaw's got a big game next week against Sumter County, so looking forward to that. And then the Spencer Green Wave were able to get their first victory of the season. You saw that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live last night. Spencer scored 29 unanswered points to defeat Manchester 29-7. Manchester falls to 1-3. Spencer is 1-3 on the season. They will take on the Jordan Red Jackets next week. All right, so let's go ahead and swing it back to Kinnett Stadium, where the Carver Tigers, 31-12, big-time runs by Jacoby Caslin, Kelston Popcorn Tarver, and Zach Watts. The big story in this game, the injury to Tristan Givens. Hopefully he'll be okay, but that made a big difference. Northside was able to run the football. They were able to move the football, and Travis Wakefield did a good job handing it off to Jay Jackson. You know, he got the offense involved, and Northside was in this game. This was a 13-12 game, and Carver just ran the football, and the depth of the Carver Tigers really was the difference. They were able to run out the clock and get the victory. And they are now 4-0, getting ready for that showdown next week against Columbus. All right, the Columbus Blue Devils, it is a final. They defeat Jordan in the oldest rivalry in Columbus, 49-6 at Memorial Stadium. What a win for Coach Robert Peters and the Columbus Blue Devils that go to 3-0 on the season, and Jordan falls to 0-3. Over at Otis Spencer Stadium, we had Sumter County defeat Kendrick 56-0, and Sumter County is now 4-0 on the season. Kendrick falls to 2-2, and so the Kendrick Cherokees will actually take on Hardaway next week. So Kendrick trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. They will be taking on the Hardaway Hawks. Trying to get a score update in that Brookstone game, taking on the AA team out of the GIAA, Georgia Southwest Academy. They are in the fourth quarter, and Brookstone does lead Southwest Georgia Academy 35-14. Brookstone is 4-0 on the season. So we'll try to get a score update on that. Calvary, start of the fourth quarter, leading Flint River Now it is definitely got a score update now. It is now 16-7. So Calvary leading Flint River by a score of 16-7. That game is still going on. Glenwood Childersburg is about to go into the third quarter. Of course, the game that you're watching, Russell County leading Percy Julian 49-0. And one of the key things about this game was 3 defensive touchdowns for that Russell County defense. Incredible. And then finally, Glenwood going up on the road, leading Childersburg 35-0. We got a busy slate of games next week as Calvary Christian, hopefully they can get the win, go to 4-0. They're going to be hosting Southwest Georgia STEM Charter next week. Brookstone is going to be on the road taking on Stratford Academy. We've got Spencer. They are going to be taking on Jordan. Kendrick going to be taking on Hardaway. Columbus taking on Carver. Shaw is in Americus taking on Sumter County. But Shelley, who's on a bye this week, will travel to take on the GHSA opponent, Whitfield Academy. Harris County on a bye this week. They will be back up at Hamilton, Georgia. Danny Durham Field taking on Jonesboro. A rivalry back in the swamp, Beulah and Glenwood. This is definitely a rivalry of all rivalries now that Glenwood is in the AHSAA. Russell County goes on the road to Montgomery to take on Park Crossing. And Smith Station hosting Opelika at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium. So we have a busy slate of games next week. This is week 5 in Georgia, week 4 in Alabama, and it has really been a pleasure. Thank you for watching. We'll keep you posted throughout the night, so stay tuned, and we'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll have more score updates for you right here on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Halftime Update Show presented by the Beck Center.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemaker.
Tonight's show is sponsored by 84 Lumber. Our performance will consist of small portions of selection from our show entitled Commemorating Day Era. Tonight's selection is only Walking Power, Single Lady, Cupid Shuffle, and Don't Let the Sun Go Down Again. We hope you enjoy our performance. Drummaker is a warrior band ready You may now take the field for performance.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
For game day, work day, or any day, Glenn Smith in Opelika is loaded with GMC Sierra and Canyon trucks. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,750 off. Test drive the new mid-size GMC Canyons with a comfortable ride and strong towing, discounted up to $4,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until December. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone. At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Silverado and Colorado trucks ready to roll. Get going in a powerful new full-size Chevrolet Silverado with discounts up to $13,500 off. Drive away in the mid-size Chevy Colorado, ready for work or play. Discounted up to $4,000 off. People from all over the USA are going to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
And back at Russell County, and something Percy Julian didn't want to see, Rex. Russell County gets the ball first.
I was about to say, and why is that such a bad thing if you're just tuning in right now? Well, if you look at the bottom of your screen, folks, the Warriors have a 49-0 lead over the Phoenix right now.
Short kick taken at the 31-yard line. Spins out of a tackle, gets loose up across the 40. That is Jamari Burnett with the return there. It looks we're going to have a running clock here in the second half, which is understandable.
Russell County, what a dominant first half. They scored in every way they could. 2 pick sixes. They scored it with a punt return, and 5 out of 6 drives, they were able to score a touchdown. An incredible job by Bryson Riggins and this whole entire Russell County offense right here. And at some point, I think, Mike, we may see some backups make their way onto the field. But right now, here we go again.
All right, Riggins going to drop back. Throws over the middle, wide open, complete. Inside the 20-10, 5, touchdown, 1 play, 1 score, Noah Sterling. And Russell County just picked up where they left off.
A 60-yard touchdown on the first snap of the third quarter, folks. After that hydration break and a little bit of Gatorade, Noah said, "I got this, 60 yards to paradise."
And I'm going to, if I were Dylan Griggs, that would be the last throw tonight that his quarterback makes.
Bryson had been doubted throughout his career, throughout his life, according to some coaches. No doubt right there,
If there was an umpire on the field with a mask on, he would have said, "Steer," right? Because that was a perfect pass over the middle. And the extra point gets through there, and it is 56-0 now. 1 play in to the second half. And I guess with a running clock, they just said, hey, we're going to score quick.
I know, right? At this point, let's keep it going. Bryson Riggins is an absolute monster. I know his size may be one of those things that could be a detriment to him. He can't control that. I was talking to some other coaches. If he was maybe 6'3", 6'4", every school in the SEC would be knocking down on his door. But he kind of has a Russell Wilson in his prime kind of.
He's taller than Doug Flutie. So, and he was a pretty good quarterback.
For those of you younger members of the audience, go Google Doug Flutie.
Go Google Doug Flutie. You'll be glad you did. He had some great highlights.
College miracle. But what a run at Buffalo and the Chargers too, right?
Oh wow, yeah. And
little sawed-off quarterback that had a cannon of an arm.
He did, and he was just gritty too.
He really was.
So the kick coming.
Number 19, Justin Hernandez, set the kick.
Just under 11 minutes. The clock is stopped now for the kickoff. It will start up again.
To update you fans on some other sports around the world, Astros beat the Braves 11-3.
What a shock. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. And the return for Percy Julian gets up across the 35-yard line.
Sorry, Chris, you didn't have to hit me that hard.
That was Rob Minora with the return.
It's just been a long night for Percy Julian. I hate to say it this way, but they have just been, athlete outclassed at some points. Just Russell County has all this momentum, some great athletes, a dialed-in defense. And Percy Julian, it's just been an uphill fight the entire way.
Let's see. I believe that is Shuford back at quarterback. It is. And a big run over there.
Big run by one
Jamarian Jones
right there.
And a first down for Julian. I don't know. I believe we may already have some subs in the game on the defensive side, Rex.
And that would make some sense. We got to get some people some opportunities here with the score being what it is. And Russell County, of course, pending everything, will improve to 4-0.
They'll be at Park Crossing in Montgomery next week. And brought down over there is Jamarian Jones. And I see who had him. I missed the jersey number.
Missed the jersey number as well. But at Park Crossing, and then an interesting one on the 26th for Russell County as they take on Valley.
And I've seen Valley twice, Rex.
I got you.
One time I watched them online, and then I saw them in person at Smith Station. Russell County's got more weapons, but Valley has an excellent quarterback.
Now that is going to be an interesting matchup to watch for sure.
And he gets away. Shuford free over there, and he's going to go down into the slide at the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him at about the 32 when he started his slide.
Been the best showing for Percy Julian so far.
So good penetration from the offense here for Percy Julian. Coming out with a little vigor here in the second half. Eight and a half minutes left with the running clock. The snap, Schuford's going to keep it again. He gets loose, breaks a couple of tackles, finally spun down. He's going to get loose again, get a couple of extra yards down to the 25-yard line. Folks, for the ultimate wrap-up of Georgia high school football, don't miss the GIAA Scoreboard Show presented by the Beck Center. Richard and Thrift will get you caught up on all the action from every corner of the state, live tonight on GIAA Facebook page and GIAA.tv.
There are going to be plenty of highlights available from this game here, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Schuford gives. This time I can't tell who that is. But he's swallowed up in there. I believe that was Rob Minora on the carry.
So some good momentum here for Percy Julian. And
second down and less than a yard.
At just a point of pride, you think that the Phoenix would want to get on the board here. So another first down for the Phoenix.
As we tick towards 7 minutes left in this third quarter.
Just confirm with some coaches up in the box here. There have been some substitutions made on the defensive side, so they're getting some good game experience.
Schuford goes for the end zone. Incomplete. That was Orion Harvest. Pass was intended. The ball was knocked away from him. He's asking for a flag, but it was just really good defense on the part of Russell County there.
That's the silver lining for this Phoenix offense here, Mike, that Harvest has played his tail off, been one of the most effective weapons for Percy Julian in this game. But still, as you see on the scoreboard, folks, Russell County leads 56-0.
So Schuford lines them up. He's got three receivers to the left, a single receiver to the right, and Jones in the backfield. Second down and 10. Going to run that little option play, and Russell County does a good job of defending it. Missed tackle in the backfield that would have been a big loss. And Jones, a tough run down to about the 16-yard line. Jaden Grant finally brings him down.
So third down and about 5 here, Mike.
They're at the 17. Yep, 3rd and 5. Started this one at the 22-yard line.
The last time they were in this kind of position was in the second quarter, and then they got pushed back all the way back to their 40.
Yeah, that was a tough stretch for Percy Julian in the first half. Schuford, one back in the backfield, takes the snap, drops back, looks, rolls now to his left. He's going to throw to the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Percy Julian. And that, I believe that's number 18, Jeremiah Crawford, and he had no one around him. A blown coverage over there, Rex, for sure.
And, well, there goes the shutout. I know that a lot of fans were kind of hoping for that, especially some of the defensive stars out there. But, substitutions were made, and still the game firmly in hand. But it is Russell County with a 50-point lead, 56-6 over Percy Julian at this point.
So let's see. They're going to get the old water bucket play lined up over there. They'll probably shift into the regular kick formation.
Water bucket line, I like that. Well, here we go.
And now they're going to go for 2, and they're going to make it. Schuford was the holder, and instead of them snapping the ball like they do on that formation sometimes, they snapped it to the holder, and he just jumped up and ran it in. He had to beat one tackler and got enough of his body past him to stretch for the goal line and made it, and it is 56-8 now.
Still, we would say fairly lopsided. And look, Russell
Fairly?
County Mike calling me out on my stuff. I appreciate that. But, hey, look, if you look on the screen here, you know, obviously the game is going one way or another, but you do feel a sense of disappointment. It is one of the hardest things to do is pitch a shutout in football. So, but hey, Percy Julian on the board.
Absolutely. Hey, and Percy Julian's got to draw some positives from this game, and that's what their goal is here in the second half, Rex, is to draw a few positives. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And we're back at Russell County. 56-8. Percy Julian to kick here. They've already kicked off twice here in the second half.
They sure have.
And a little squib kick going to be fielded over there by Russell County, and he's going to run it back and get a nice little return out of it. That is number 5 for Russell County, Cedric Dupins. And they didn't want to let Cedric get loose for sure.
Absolutely not. Hey, look, we have a lot of players who could have had a standout game here, Mike. But, hey, everyone, stay for the end of the game because we will announce the All-State Good Hands player of the game. It's got to be one of these individuals who stood out and had a crazy night here in Seal, Alabama tonight. And, Mike, we could roll out the Rolodex at some point.
We could give a committee. But that award, that weekly reward, again, sponsored by a good friend, Alex Quinney at Alex Quinney All-State. He has 2 offices in Phoenix City, 14th Street and Somerville Road.
Thank you, Mr. Quinney.
Thank you for sponsoring that here on Georgia Alabama Sports. So in at quarterback for Russell County is Levi Childry, I believe. The freshman is in there. Is that right? Yeah, Levi Childry, the freshman quarterback.
As Mike called it, Bryson had a tremendous night. I wouldn't be surprised if the Russell County books have his name all over it with any kind of passing yardage, passing touchdowns, scores. I mean, what a career it's been for him.
A lot of really clean uniforms in there now.
Absolutely.
Of course, it's hard to get too dirty on turf, but,
I get the metaphor, though. I get it. I'm with you on that one.
A lot of really clean white pants out there. The pass over the middle, incomplete. A little quick pass. That was a little RPO play. And Childry pulled it at the last minute, tried to throw the quick hitter across the middle, and it was incomplete. And it's 3rd and 9 now for the Warriors.
Still really exciting to see a young man get a shot like this in a varsity game. And look at it, he may have a lot of Friday nights ahead of him, but you never forget these kind of nights where you're a freshman and get to march out there as a quarterback.
He's going to roll to his right, going to deliver the pass, and a nice tackle out there in the flat. And that was Dallas Covington, the linebacker, sophomore linebacker for Percy Julian, making the play. And it's 4th and a little over 10 here. And let's see what we're going to do.
May look like the punt formation may be coming out here.
How about that?
Look at that.
That's the first time we've seen that for Russell
County
tonight.
Because they have rolled the dice several times. One of them have been turned away, and others they've either scored or gotten that first down.
I wasn't sure they had a punter.
Hey, by the looks of this game, it's sure like they left the punter at home at this point.
All right. On to punt is Evan Hengler. He gets the snap, and he didn't hit it great, but he got the squibber, and it's going to roll. And good coverage down there, and they're going to pin him down at the 10-yard line.
Familiar territory for the Percy Julian Phoenix at this point. They've had some tough positions to start this drive coming up here. Hey, folks, I know that we're wrapping up this game here pretty soon, heading into the 4th quarter. But if you're a big fan of high school football, your night's not done at the final whistle. Be sure to join Richard Holdridge and Thrift Behringer for the GIAA High School Scoreboard Show presented by the Beck Center. They'll take you around the entire state of Georgia with highlights, scores, stories from every region. Got to check it out live tonight on that GIAA Facebook page and GIAA.tv. Mike's done such a great job with all these reads. I asked him if I could take one.
And, you know, the true professional that you are, you nailed it.
I'm looking around for the guy you're talking about.
Consummate
There
professional.
it is. Big old SAT word.
Yes. Schuford keeps again. Then he pitches at the last minute, and they're going to gain about 7 yards over there, and that was Jamarian Jones on the carry after the pitch. And it'll be second down and about 3 for Percy Julian.
Always really unique to see the option play makes it way back to the into the fold here, especially in modern day football.
And a carry. He's chased down from behind. Let's see. Who was that gentleman? I'm trying to see that number. That was number 58 for Russell County. Josh Sides, sophomore defensive tackle, came from all the way from his left tackle spot and chased down the running back on the right side, and it's actually a loss of about a yard on that play.
Tremendous hustle to cover all that ground, especially if you're on the line right there. So third down for this Russell County defense.
See if these young guys can get a stop here. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, to the right, 1 receiver to the left. They're going to throw it out in the flat, complete, and they are going to get the first down there. That was Jeremiah Crawford on the reception from Schuford.
Crawford, the young man who finally got the Phoenix on the board there. So first down for Percy Julian.
At the 28-yard line of Russell County.
Some updates from around the area, folks. I know that Richard Holdridge and Thrift Behringer will get this for you. But
to the concession stand, you are about to get left.
And we're in the last 10 seconds here, Rex, of the third quarter. Clock ticking down. That was great.
So from Kinnett Stadium, the Northside Patriots lose to Carver out of Columbus 31-12.
On the last play of the third quarter, Schuford is loose,
Look
breaks
and go.
another tackle, gets across midfield, and he's down inside the 40 of Russell County, and that's the way the third quarter will end, with Percy Julian gaining a big chunk play and a first down. So we will take a break, and we will come back for the fourth quarter of action here at Russell County. Friday night high school football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And we are back in Seal, Alabama. It is the beginning of the fourth quarter. Percy Julian has the football. It is 56-8, Russell County.
One more time there, Mike.
56-8. Yes, you heard that correctly. Percy Julian looking to get on the board again here in the second half. They scored on their first possession, and they are driving here, and they are down to the 39-yard line of the Warriors. A lot of subs in the game for the Russell County defense. Schuford's pass complete. Out in the flat. Breaks a couple of tackles. Going to get another first down. And that is Orion Harvest
The dangerous weapon all game long, whether it's been the starting defense or whoever's or the backups on the field right now. Harvest has shown that he's definitely a player.
No doubt about it. And they are all the way down to the 26-yard line of the Warriors.
It's been a tremendous homecoming event for alumni and all the fans of Russell County coming out here.
Do they still have homecoming dances?
That's a great question. You know what?
They do? Is it tonight or tomorrow night? Tomorrow night. Okay. They used to have them after the game when I was growing up. You had to go take a shower and get out of your uniform. And there's a pass to the end zone. Caught! No, dropped as he contacted the ground. He lost the football. Really nice throw there. But it'll be 2nd down and 10. The intended receiver, I believe, is number 2, Samuel McCall, a senior. And he went up, left his feet, went up to get the football, and then hit the ground hard, and it jarred the ball loose.
As you mentioned earlier in this broadcast, this has been the third in a really tough stretch of games for Percy Julian, hasn't it?
It really has. And they've got Pike Road next week, is going to be another tough team for them.
Good luck.
Breaking tackles is Jamarian Jones. He's loose, down 10-5, touchdown, Jamarian Jones. 26-yard run for the running back for Percy Julian. And again, the Phoenix are on the board here in the 4th quarter.
And while the game is out of reach at this point, you would think, this is just good learning. This is good experience for the players who are on the field right now. There's only so much you can do in practice. Nothing quite like game day experience.
Yeah, these guys will never forget it. You mentioned a while ago, Rex, nothing like the memory for a freshman quarterback getting in the game. And you know what? The gift we give him from Georgia Alabama Sports Live, he can have this recording and he say, see, I played as a freshman.
You know what? It can be undeniable evidence at every Thanksgiving he has.
And the water bucket play works as Jeremiah Crawford is into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. This time they did snap it to the guy behind the line, and he scores the 2-point conversion for the Phoenix, and it's 56-16. If you just can't get enough high school football, you've got to tune in to the GIAA High School Scoreboard Show tonight on the GIAA Facebook page and GIAA.tv. Hosted by Richard and Thrift, presented by the Beck Center. They'll have every score from around the entire state of Georgia, and that's a lot of them.
It's going to be a busy night for sure. A game like this, though, you're gonna have all the highlights you want. But big shout out to Big Rich and Thrift Behringer for leading the way on this Georgia Alabama Sports Live company. We've had a lot of fun. I know myself, the former sports director over there at WRBL News 3, Mike Peacock, with a legendary career over there at the Ledger as well. It's just fun to be up at a ball game, isn't it, Mike?
Oh, it's always fun to go to ball games. I used to brag when in my long tenure at CSU. I used to brag to everybody, I get to go to work at ball games.
Right. You give me a sideline pass and I get a paycheck for this?
I get paid to go to ball games.
It's not a bad gig. It's not a bad gig.
Not a bad gig at all. And now we get paid a little bit to go to ball games.
Hey, I'll take it though.
I'll take it. I'll take every.
It can always go to the Waffle House Fund.
I'm not going to let Thrift hear me say this, but I'd almost do it for free.
Shh, be quiet.
Shh. And a little squib kick is fielded over there, and taking a knee, probably very smartly, is Jamari Burnett for Russell County. First down for the Warriors.
As the Warriors get ready to take the field here, we also want to give a big shout out to Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. From day one, they've been a great partner with us right here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and thank you so much for continuing to believe in what we do.
Rex, I got to tell you, I went by there today, and not only did they have all of those great brand new Chevys and GMCs, and tackled in the backfield for the Warriors is number 44, and I don't have him.
We'll adjust our max preps here in a few minutes here, guys.
Let's see. Yep, I don't have him on either one of our rosters. Probably another one of the freshman players. But as I was saying, I went by Glenn Smith today. Yep. All those nice new Chevys, GMCs, beautiful. But They also have a large pre-owned inventory, and sitting right out there out front is a Lexus 550.
And Mike's eyes just grew as
and
big
I was
as
like,
the field.
oh, I want that. My wife wants that. A nice forest green color.
That's a great color for a car, isn't it?
I was like, wow, that's a really nice car. But you know what?
See, Mike can afford to actually drive it. I can afford barely a picture of that thing.
I was going to say I can afford to take a picture of it.
There you go. 8:30 left here in the fourth and final quarter here, folks. Again, Russell County dominating this one 56-16.
Third and long. The freshman quarterback back to pass. He's going to roll out of there.
Great job,
And he's
Levi.
got some green in front of him. Let's see if he can get to the first down marker. He cannot, but he makes a very respectable gain up to the 45. That's Levi Childry in at quarterback as a freshman.
Great
it's going to be
awareness right
fourth and a little over a yard, about a yard and a half, and they're going to keep the offense out there.
Hey, credit to Levi for the great awareness right there to make sure that he got away from the pressure, didn't just was a statue in there in the pocket, so puts the Warriors in fourth and short. Let's see what the young freshman can do here.
Under 8 minutes to go in the game, fourth and about a yard and a half. High snap, pulls it down. He's got a man, and that's going to be big-time pass interference. Oh, my goodness. William Powers, and now he's going to get another penalty. He obviously said the buzzword right as the official was walking by because another flag came out.
Looks like Christian Wardlaw was the guy who was trying to make a play on the ball and got interfered with, so obviously some frustrations boiling over at this point.
And, I'm sure maybe that William Powers is a little upset. Maybe that Russell County was trying to throw the ball downfield there, but they've got a freshman quarterback and a bunch of reserves in the game. You can't tell those kids not to play.
At that point, too, especially when you get an opportunity like this. So hopefully everyone's okay.
So he just basically tackled him before he had any chance of getting the football, and then I believe he compounded the first penalty by getting another one as he walked away.
There's some special words you can't say to a referee. So big first down for the Warriors. Looks like they'll march them down at least 15 right here, Mike.
They're going to. They go all the way down to the 34-yard line of Percy Julian.
Hey, folks, we also want to remind you to follow Georgia Alabama Sports Live on all social media platforms for the latest updates on local sports in our area. Be sure don't miss a game and subscribe to all those pages today.
We are even on TikTok.
Look at that. Mike is going to run the TikTok for a day.
Unbelievable. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is even on TikTok.
And you're hearing from the admin of the Georgia Alabama Sports Live TikTok right now, folks.
Of course, you can find us on Facebook. Of course, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on X. And, yes, TikTok.
I just love that Mike loves the TikTok.
I love the TikTok. When I was coaching at Calvary and we'd go on road trips, and everybody
you went down the rabbit hole.
Everybody on the bus could hear me laughing on the way back because I was watching funny reels on TikTok.
You know what? Hey, if you got a good reel or a good trend for Mike to follow, let us know on TikTok.
Absolutely.
The man could burn about an hour and a half if he needed to. And we're still marching the ball down here, Mike.
Yeah. Now we're all the way down to the 24-yard line. And that'll be a first down. There was another penalty, and we were having so much fun with TikTok. I didn't
See what
apologize. I missed the penalty.
Get your head out your phone there, Mike.
Yeah, that's right. So Childry takes the snap. He's going to give it up the middle and over down to the 20-yard line. That is his man, number 44, that we'll call Jim.
Big Jim with a big old run. But again, a running back like that with Chris Lucas and Eugene Robinson already on the roster, bruising running backs, this Jim will now learn from guys like that with an unrelenting spirit when they're running the ball.
Of course, the next play I'll give him another name.
Of course you will, Mike.
Another give. This time Eric on the carry. And he's down inside the 20 to the
I'm looking at any
17-yard line.
Any coach, can we please get 44's name? We're about to go through the entire alphabet.
And if your parents are watching,
44, we're so sorry.
If the parents are watching, we are so sorry. We just don't have them on our roster, so we're trying to. And even the PA announcer doesn't have him, so we don't feel bad.
So we've got Jim and Eric, and if we get another running play, he'll be Aaron. This man's about to have 17 different names. So 44 is Javion Tony.
Javion Tony. There, we got his name now. Childry looking to pass. Out in the flat. Complete. Inside the 10. Down to the 5. Finally brought down about the 4-yard line.
That's another
That's
freshman.
William Walters. Freshman to freshman right there for Russell County.
A real special night for sure.
And now we've got a stoppage. 5:19 left in this ball game, and Russell County knocking on the door with this unit. They called, there's a timeout. And folks, proud supporters of local sports and a presenting sponsor on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Houston Clinic, excellence in orthopedics since 1949. You know, Rex, the first time I heard much about Houston Clinic
What's that?
was at my alma mater,
Okay.
which back then was Livingston University. Now it's the University of West Alabama.
Okay, fantastic.
And our
Go
trainer,
Wolves.
who is still the trainer at West Alabama,
No kidding.
R.T. Floyd, had a great relationship with all the doctors up here at Houston Clinic, and that's where all of our athletes came to get their surgeries and different things. And, you know, RT has been a guy who's worked with Houston Clinic for a number of years, but I believe now when Dr. Andrews was at Houston,
right,
Dr. James Andrews, and I believe RT has, I believe they are with the Andrews group now, but for years.
Wow.
All the student trainers, a bunch of them were my friends,
yeah,
and they would talk about coming to view surgeries at Houston Clinic. So,
well,
those guys have been in business for a long time.
Well, to have a great legacy like that, and thank you to all of the our medical doctors and nurses and surgeons out there who help make sure our athletes get back on the field to play as soon as possible.
So first down and goal inside the 5-yard line. We're ticking down toward 5 minutes left in this contest. Trying to get the formation right there. Got to let everybody get set. Childry
Javion Tony in motion.
has Tony back there in the backfield with him. He's going to look. He's going to throw to Tony off his hands. And Childry took a shot. I believe that was number 15, Samaj Brawden, that delivered the shot as he threw the football.
Childry learning that big lesson that red jersey doesn't apply, that no-hit jersey
Yeah.
you get in practice that doesn't apply on a
You're
Friday
not wearing that out here on Friday night, are you?
Hey, but credit to him for standing tall in the pocket.
He looks again. He's going to roll. He's going to be brought down this time hard. And again, that is Brawden, 2 plays in a row, that welcomes Mr. Childry to varsity football.
It's a little bit of a trial by fire at that point. It's a different speed out here, but again, the young man getting back up, showing that Russell County toughness.
All the way back to the 15-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and goal for the Warriors. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right, 1 back in the backfield. That's Tony. Childry
great
gets
way to
loose, and he's going to be hit hard, and he met in a most rude way Jeremiah Cheney, and it'll be 4th down. As he got loose, saw some green, took off, but then all of a sudden there was big number 32, and
tough lesson to learn right there.
The Tweety Birds are spinning around the head of Childry there.
It's a big boy that I got hit by. Look, it's a tough lesson to learn. 3 times in a row getting tackled and sacked. So
4th down from the 18-yard line. Childry looks. He's chased. He goes down. This time he's chased down from behind, and that is Dallas Covington with the sack for Percy Julian, and ball will go over on downs to the Phoenix. We're ticking down 3:10 left in the ball game. And folks, if you haven't had a Coca-Cola yet tonight, get up, go to the refrigerator, get in the car, go to the store, buy yourself a nice ice-cold Coca-Cola product. There's a lot of them out there.
Sure are. You know
Mellow
what?
Yellow, Sprite.
Sprite's a great one.
Coke Zero.
Coke out of a glass bottle to me just tastes
Oh,
better.
it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Hey, I can remember, I told this story.
Yeah.
Back when I was in elementary school all the way through middle school, We used to get a day where we got a ice cold bottle Coca-Cola and a free Coca-Cola pencil at our school.
That's a great day. That's a really good day.
They would bring the trucks out there with the old ice down coolers.
Gotcha.
And give us all a nice 10, 12 ounce bottle Coca-Cola and a white and red Coca-Cola pencil.
That's a good day, my friend.
It was a great day.
That's a great day. It's been a great day here at Russell County High School here, folks, as the Percy Julian Phoenix take over on down. Second down and 5 here as they're driving.
2 minutes, going down toward 2 minutes here. 2:05 left in the contest. Percy Julian band, you can probably hear them across the way. They are playing loudly.
Doing a great job.
And Russell County drum lines playing here below us.
There you go.
Competing there a little bit. Shuford across the middle, complete. Crawford got it. Tries to break loose, but finally brought down inside Russell County territory at the 45. Jeremiah Crawford's had a nice little second half here, Rex.
He definitely has been able to break off, make some plays here, along with their guy Orion Harvest, who's been trying to will the Percy Julian Phoenix to get some scores here.
And I will
fighting to the end at this point.
I will give Orion Harvest the coolest shoes of the game award tonight.
I have to agree with you on that one, my friend.
He's got matching gloves, so the guy can accessorize. Jamarian Jones, he's going to be grabbed up over there. A nice play. Let's see, who was that young man that made that play over there? Is that number 36?
That is number 36. We're hearing a confirmation right there.
Number 36, Antonio McBride.
Yeah. Antonio McBride, the sophomore linebacker.
It's been fun to see a lot of these freshmen and a lot of these sophomores making these big-time plays down the stretch here.
More subs coming in as more people come off, trading in and out. Second long. Shuford looking down the sideline, incomplete.
A great defensive stop right there. I look, big number 1, Rob Minora, a big target out there.
And great coverage over there by Isaiah Walker. No, that wasn't Isaiah Walker. I'm sorry. That was number 30. Who do I see over there across the field? 37? 37 is David Elam.
Hey, then another sophomore making a big-time play. What I also love here, I don't know if you can see him, folks, but we're seeing the sideline with all the starters here who've obviously had a little bit of time to rest. They're celebrating the young fellas making some plays.
Shuford looks down the middle, complete. And he's loose, and that is going to be Samuel McCall. And almost a great defensive play. They tried to rip the ball away from him, but he kept his grip, made a turn, got rid of the tackler, and then he was free to the end zone from about 10 yards out. And a touchdown for Percy Julian.
Pending the last play, folks, we have reached the end of the game, 56-22. Big time win for the Russell County Warriors. And
they are they going to attempt an extra point here? And that's it. That is your ball game. So we'll take a break real quick here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back and we'll announce the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game and close things up here from Seal. But Russell County with a big 56-22 homecoming win. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
And ladies and gentlemen, back here at Russell County to wrap things up. But first, our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the game tonight is going to go to number 2 for Russell County, Caden Jackson. He had a couple of huge plays, a punt return for a touchdown, and a 75-yard electrifying pick 6 run for a touchdown. So Caden Jackson, we had so many candidates here tonight that we could have given this award to, but Caden Jackson with 2 huge plays in the game, and he is our Alex Quinney All-State Player game. So once again, a huge, big homecoming victory for Russell County here tonight as they knock off Percy Julian 56-22. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks as always for joining us here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We've had a blast bringing it to you. For my partner, Rex Castillo, for our producer, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, please be safe the rest of tonight and have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the college football game tomorrow. And also, don't forget, on Georgia Alabama Sports Live tomorrow, we are going to bring you the Troop Mary Persons game here live on Georgia Alabama Sports Live tomorrow afternoon. So a big game over on the Georgia side, a big game for Troop High School, and Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be there. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.